first official NieR Re livestream, they were talking mainly about 3 different topics. I have summarized all the important informations from the livestream and put it into this video. I'm planning on doing this for every future livestream as well. But without further ado, let's begin with the NieR Automata collaboration. The collaboration will be between July 28th, so at release, to September 7th. The biggest announcement they made was for sure that 2P will be included in the collaboration. For people who don't know who 2P is, 2P was at first only shown in the game Soul Calibur, when both players were selecting 2B as their character. But 2P was later also featured in the collaboration between NieR Automata and Final Fantasy XIV. The interesting thing about this is that 2P wasn't included in the Japanese version of the game. So right at the launch of the international version of the game, there are going to be differences between the two versions, but more to the differences later on. The player will also be rewarded with the crossover weapon Emil's Head as a login reward. If you equip Emil's Head with a character from the collaboration, meaning either 2B, 9S, A2 or 2P, the player will receive more automata medals as quest rewards, which you can later on exchange for rewards. They also announced a special crossover quest called Record, the Cage of Reincarnation, which will be an original story. You can get 2B, 9S and A2 as reward for completing the quest, so make definitely sure to finish the quest and obtain the 3 characters. And that's all new information that we got regarding the NieR Automata collaboration. Next up, they were talking about NieR Reincarnation itself. Most about gameplay and story related stuff, which I'm not going to cover in this video, because it would spoil some of the story. It wouldn't spoil them too much, but still, if someone wants to go completely blind into the game like me, every smallest kind of spoiler is kinda annoying. But yeah, the 2 things I'm going to talk about is the gem roulette and the pre-registration milestone. The gem roulette is, a roulette wheel, where you can win from 10 to 3,000 gems. Which sounds fun at the beginning, but the roulette has a pretty big downside. If you want to spin the wheel, you have to watch an ad, which I'm not the biggest fan of. If you would at least have the option to, for example, pay 500 gems to get 1 spin, it would make it feel less... I don't know how to describe it. It just would make the roulette better. But yeah, I don't know, in the end it's free stuff you get, so I shouldn't complain about too much. And yeah, you can spin the wheel 6 times per day. And the quick information about the pre-registration milestone. The 600k milestone was actually met, which means we get all the rewards, which is pretty damn cool. And with that, that's all new about NieR Reincarnation. The third and last topic was the Q&A with Daichi Matsukawa, who is the director for NieR Reincarnation. Because there were only 5 questions, I'm going to talk about all 5 of them. I think the most important question was, is the Japanese version of the game and the international version the same? And will the quality of life system, like pity, exist from the beginning? And the answer was, the 2 versions are going to be relatively similar. However, the international version will have some exclusive campaigns. And yes, we are planning to implement the pity system right at launch. As far as I know, the gem roulette is also exclusive to the international version. And if you don't know what the pity system is, according to the internet, the pity system refers to the numbers of rows on the gacha you need to spend before you're guaranteed a high tier row, which means, for example, you have to spin 5 times and the 6th spin will always be a high tier character or whatever the role is. which is pretty damn cool. So you will never like roll 20 times and you get 20 times shit rolls, which is, yeah, pretty cool. The next question was, can you change the language, meaning voice and text? And he answered with, the text will be fixed to English. However, you can change the voice between English and Japanese, and this even in the middle of the game. This was something that you weren't able in the closed beta test, as far as I know, and a lot of feedback were like, hey, can we please also have the Japanese voice lines? And yeah, they listened to the people and they added this feature, which is, well, pretty cool that they listened to the feedback actually and did something. And yeah, these were the two more interesting questions for me personally, but let's continue with the next question. Is the game suitable for beginners or people new to the NieR franchise? And their reply was, for this installment it hasn't been revealed how it's connected to the rest of the franchise, but that's been said, we worked with Yoko Taro together to create this. We do have elements that even newcomers can enjoy, and we have positioned this as a total new title in the NieR franchise. But you can also enjoy this as a standalone title, but it also has the flavor of the NieR franchise. This sounds pretty damn good, so if you never played a NieR game, you're gonna enjoy this game. If you played all the NieR games and Dragon games, you're gonna enjoy this game. And if you don't have any clue about the lore, you're gonna still be able to enjoy this game. And you can get into the lore of NieR, and yeah, that's just great. The second last question was, do you have to play the story multiple times like you should in the other two NieR games? And Matsukawa answered with, not right now, but we are planning to do something like this in the future. So I'm not sure how they want to do this later on, that you have to replay the whole story to get new lore content. But I mean, we will see at some point, and if they actually do something like this. And the last and final question was, when was the narrative for NieR Reincarnation conceived? And what is its inspiration for its incarnation? Which he answered with, the story was decided upon around 2 years after the release of NieR Automata, which is sort of the beginning of the ideation. In terms for the scenario itself, it's something that even for me is a mystery in terms where it's positioned in the NieR franchise. The dev team feels that we now see the bare skeleton of the narrative of this title, and we will see bits and pieces being revealed to us later, bit at a time. And yeah, so that means we get way more lore and stuff and content for the game, which always sounds nice. And there was sadly no information about the NieR Replicant version 1.2247 collaboration or the Dracula 3 collaboration. I guess they gonna come at some point. Maybe there are gonna be new news in the next livestream. I don't think they announced when the next livestream is, but I think the Japanese is all every month once, I think, or every 2 months. I'm not completely sure right now, but when they're gonna do a new livestream and there are gonna be new informations, I'm gonna make a similar video to this, so stay tuned for this. And yeah, that's it for this video. I hope it helped you to kind of like understand what they said in the live stream, so that you don't have to watch the whole, I think it's 1 hour and 50 minutes. But yeah, but if you want to watch the whole live stream, I've linked in the description to find where you can find the whole live stream. And yeah, that's it for me. I hope you have a good rest of the day, and yeah, see you soon. Bye!